Hey, it's me on YouTube Live today. I've never done YouTube Live, so we'll see how this works. I'm going to see if I can flip my camera in a minute, but I kind of wanted to explain what I was working on today. I did that quarantine quilt along with Gudrun on Sunday, and this quilt is called Elvira, and I had so much fun piecing it. But when I piece, which is very rare, and when I piece, it's improv piecing. But when I piece, I'm only thinking about the end result, the quilting. So I'm always thinking about what I'm going to quilt. So I was really excited to get this one finished so I could get it on the frame because I just wanted to straight line quilt it. You know, I do a lot of fancy stuff, and some days you just want some mindless walking. So I figured out this quilt is 70 by 104, and so I should average about a quarter mile walking at my machine today. So I usually walk a mile a day. So if I do a quarter mile here, then I will go do 3/4 of a mile when I'm finished. But I think this is going to take a while because it's back and forth and back and forth. But, you know, it's mindless. I'm watching Anne with an E today, so I'll just put on my headset and go. So let me turn you around. Let's see how I do this. So here's the quilt. I have it loaded. I do float my quilt tops, so that means that it's not attached to this bar right here. So I do not put a quilt attached to this because I like to move and manipulate, and I don't know, I just like floating. Sometimes when I'm working on a precision quilt, I will use these really nifty, let me grab them, these really nifty little clamps from Jamie Wallen. They're PVC clamps. And so that your top will stay in place, you would just pop those on like that. Whoops. It's kind of hard to work these and move a camera, but I'm going to see if I can try. So then I'll just go every so often and pop that on. So that keeps everything in place. So I started doing some straight line stitching. I love the linear look of this quilt, and I just thought straight line was where it's at. When you have busy fabrics like this, let me pull out my quilt. When you have a quilt that looks like this, you do not need to custom quilt it because it's not going to be noticed, and you would pay for something that really nobody would ever see. So straight line quilting on this is going to be really cool. Let me put those away. Okay, so I started down a row. The way I work this, and if you have channel locks, I'm on a Handy Quilter Forte today. I've got my little baby Simply right over there. I'm on my Forte with Pro Stitcher, and so what I've done, I have a horizontal lock right here. So I can take it off or I can put it on. So I've got my horizontal lock here. So it's just going to go, when I go, it's going to be locked in place. So if you see I move it back and forth, it will not move back and forth because it's locked horizontally. So let's see what happens. I'm going to go to the end. You see, all I have to do is really just push with my finger. So I get to the end, and I'm going to pop that horizontal lock off, move it down just a little bit, maybe right there. And then I can put my horizontal lock back on, and I can walk like I'm just walking down the sidewalk right here. There you go. So I'm going to do this all afternoon. I am using Glide thread 40 weight mango because I want it to be bright and cheery. This is what it's looking like so far. One other tip when you're doing straight line quilting, don't make your lines the same distance apart, because if you mess that up just a little bit, it'll look like you did. So when you do a varied line, it looks like you meant to, which you did. So it's nice because you don't have to worry about spacing or, you don't have to measure anything. So that's what I really like about straight line quilting in a varied look. So that's how it looks. Have any questions? Just put them in the comments below. Yeah, I think I'll be here all day. I'll get some good exercise. I've got the windows open. It's 70 degrees in Lawrence, Kansas today, so I hope it's nice where you are. If you're staying home, I hope you're quilting, sewing, doing a hobby you love. That's what makes this a positive experience. It's really how I can do this right now, because I love to be at home, don't you? All right, you all have a really great day, and I'll see how to take this off. All right, see ya. Bye-bye.